Craig Field. It just opened up for him. Tuvey kicks back on the angle, comes off the crossbar, comes back to Field. Hopewadi, it comes out wide and there's a knock on.
Lots of fortune here.
Andrew Hunter just had to pick it up and fall over the line.
You'll see the kick come back across field, hits the upright, back into the field of play. Craig Field picks it up, long ball, quick hands here, gets it out to the outside. The ball did bounce, but by the same token, it was one that could have been taken. Just prior to that, Craig Field fell over with the line wide open, so Balmain have dodged a couple of bullets there.
Now they work play up to the 30-metre line through Ellery Hanley, one of the most experienced members, not just of this Balmain team, but of anyone running around in the 1997 Optus Cup.
Yeah, well, they're just a little bit rocked at the moment. It's just right that Hanley and Surin have gone back-to-back with the ball, just trying to settle it down, get to your kick, see if we can't get this show back on the road. Now a good set of 6 defence and make Manly kick from their own half of the field.
This is Hancock. He's met 12 metres out. 8 points all here in 1997 Optus Cup action, round 1. Balmain holding on to the reigning premiers as they try to work their way out. Tierney plays it. They're bringing in the big men. Billy Weepu, who went off in the second grade game, is playing in number 25. Field goes to the boot, just inside Balmain territory. It's well held back there in the end by Langaloa, who brings it out to his 30 and will play it now to Donaghy. We haven't seen much of him in the first half, but now he finds pace. Slips one tackle, slips another. Can he get past Craig Hancock? No, he can't. Well, he got round rather too easily, Nick Kosev, but couldn't find another gap as Gillette pressures for Balmain out wide.
Yeah, they needed that, Balmain. Sometimes it's just one run or one tackle that can ignite you into action, and all of a sudden Balmain get a little bit of a spring in their step. They'll search wide off this play.
Back they go the blind through Serinin. Last tackle comes for Gillette. He'll kick it high. We've got Brasher coming through. He's taken out in back play. What will Jets say? Penalty. Terry Hill complaining, as you might expect he would. But Brasher, who is still down, was impeded on his run to the line, and Balmain have come up with a penalty. Tim Brasher is in some trouble, as we see the kick from Michael Gillette was pin perfect, and as you can see quite clearly, Terry Hill takes out Tim Brasher in back play. So the Tigers have the chance here to hit the lead. Not at last, Jason Taylor. They have the opportunity. The pressure has been all theirs.
Yeah, it has. I think, as Phil Gould mentioned, it was important when the Balmain made the break there through Donaghy that they got back into the game, and it is such little things that turn the game. But I think the positive thing for Balmain is that when it's not going their way, they're really hanging in there. There was a 10-minute period where things weren't going their way. Manly were unlucky probably not to score a couple of tries, but Balmain hung in. They hung in and got that opportunity to get themselves back into the game. Putting pressure on with kicks such as that one we see there is going to keep them in this game right to the death and give them every chance of winning it, that's for sure.
It was nice communication there. They've played to their strength. I think Brasher was involved in that short side raid. He was over at the play of the ball, but got himself back into the play, followed Gillette, called for the inside kick, and Manly, aware of his danger in the air, actually came up with a fumble in the in goal. So even if Brasher hadn't got there, had he not been impeded, he'd have come up with a try. So whilst it may cost them 2 points, it may in fact save him a couple.
He's missed 2 from 2 tonight, Tim Brasher. He scored a try, this for the lead. Straight between the uprights. Leichhardt tells you how good that kick was. And they're on their feet once again as Balmain hits the lead. 10 points to 8.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but they can't let the occasion get to them at the moment. They've got to forget about the clock on the scoreboard, come back and just get on with the game again. Keep playing the game. Don't play the scoreboard and the clock. Concentrate on what they're trying to do. Ignore the fact that it's Manly. Ignore the fact that they're not expected to win. Ignore the fact that the crowd is you know, expecting a miracle, and just get on with playing their game.
Stepping run there from James Langaloa. Gillette brings in his big men. This is Adam Nabel out of dummy half, stepping again. Can't find his way around Gartner, but manages to offload. And they've picked up another 15 or so metres, Balmain. Nabel, this is Brasher, stepping around Carroll. Straight up the middle, Tim Brasher. And John Hopewadi going on in the tackle. The crowd didn't like it, but play goes on. This is Donaghy.
Well, he should have been penalised, John Hopewadi. No risk about that.
Last tackle. They'll go high through Michael Gillette. In fact, they've gone long. Craig Hancock is back there.
Yeah, nice chase. Well done.
Metting a good tackle there from James Langaloa. Danny Moore off his wing. Again, great cover defence there. 2 in a row from Langaloa. Field stepping. Picks up 5 metres. And also a penalty.
Well, this is about the 4th or 5th relieving penalty that Manly have won in the game. And Balmain have got to improve their discipline down in this area. They're hard enough to beat Manly without letting the pressure off them as easily as Balmain have done tonight. I'd say it's about the 5th occasion that, coming out of trouble, Manly have got a penalty from Balmain's indiscretions.
Kick picks up 10 metres for Craig Field. This is Carroll stepping through, brought down by the one arm of Shane Walker. Tierney, but again met by this bustling Balmain defence. Cliffy Lyons not playing tonight. In fact, might not be back for a couple of weeks. They've missed him. As Tuvey picks up 5 or so metres. Gartner brings in Kosef. The back rowers working in combination again. Field, Hancock on the run, picks up Menzies. Taken high. Darren Centre. It will be. He'll be spoken to by referee Calvin Jeffs.
There, a set play. Menzies up the middle of the play, the ball. Probably a victim of circumstances a little bit there, Darren Centre, because there was a player in low.
Well, the Tigers have been penalised, which will give Craig Field the opportunity to level the scores.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision by Manly. I mean, in the first half, they rejected the opportunity for 2 points in front of the post and were able to put pressure on and score a try in that set of 6. Now behind on the scoreboard, and I mean, we're getting down to the last quarter of the game. They're just trying to get themselves back to an even curl and level the game up. Yet to kick a goal, Manly, 2 tries.
Field it is. And he's pushed it wide. Once again, the Leichhardt crowd tells you what they think. They're all on their feet. They didn't mind that, and Craig Field, who moved from South Sydney in the off-season.
The last thing Balmain will want to do is just see that as a little let-off, okay, because they've got a set of 6 to do straight away, and Manly are going to pick up this ball in their own half of the field. They can't see that as a let-off. They've just got to see it as an opportunity to get up and defend again.
Well, Jason Taylor, a couple of times last season, we saw Manly obviously put under pressure. They're leaving their run a little late.
Yeah, they are, Eric. Something of note is Craig Field has missed a couple of goals now, and a goal kicker myself. I know how it can be important for the rest of your game when, if you miss a couple of goals, you tend to get your head down a little bit, and what he's got to do is make sure he gets on with the rest of the game, because he's very important to Manly's chances here.
This time Field picks up Carroll inside the Balmain 20. Tuvey looks around for support. Brings Hancock inside him, but Hancock knocks on. And here's another let-off for the Tigers inside their own 20-metre line.
A very experienced Manly side, but it's going to be put to the test tonight. Their cohesion isn't all that great. It's not what we would normally expect. There is no doubt, I suppose after 60 minutes we can bring down a verdict and say they are missing Cliffy Lyons at second receiver. And they've really got to try and graft themselves home for a win. It's important for Manly that Balmain don't score again, and you would have to fancy Manly chances of at least scoring once before the end of the game. For Balmain, they've got to forget about the scoreboard. Just keep working away, doing what they're doing. They're doing a terrific job.
Langaloa shapes to kick, beats one tackle, beats another. Eventually brought down by Neil Turney on the 10-metre line. This is Adam Starr. Gets inside Manly territory. Nable into dummy half. Gillette shapes to kick, sends the long cutout ball. This is Kennedy. What a wonderful rookie season he had last year. Sirinen strong up the left-hand side. Plenty of support from the bank, about 15 or 20 metres away. Brasher follows up the Michael Gillette kick. It comes back on the Balmain side. And there'll be a handover. Well, Brasher, again, good communication between he and the kicker.
There seem to be hands everywhere here. You can't believe Manly didn't get a hand on that. The referee 100% right. It was the sixth tackle. They've had to turn over the ball. Balmain, this is what I talked about at half-time. They'll start to think, geez, we might win this. That's where they've got to keep that out of their mind. They've just got to concentrate on their job.
Well, they're into the last quarter of their first game of season 1997. And they're leading the reigning premiers and two-time minor premiers Manly by 10 points to 8. The crowd is certainly letting them know they can win it as Manly hit the last tackle inside their own 30. The kick goes long from Craig Field. Well picked up on the right-hand side. But Hopewadi was strong in the tackle. The crowd doesn't like it. Referee Kelvin Jeffs does. James Langaloa is still down. It was certainly a strong tackle or charge from Hopewadi. Whether it was a late one is open to debate. Jeffs says it wasn't.
Well, I'm still a little astonished he kicked the ball. I'm even more astonished that he didn't allow it to go into touch. I think he mistaken the fact that it may have been going to give him the speed. And a kick on the first tackle is what his team did not want. And Manly are now in good position, and unless they can get their player up fit and well, they're down to 12 men at the moment.
Kosef to Field. Inside to Gartner. Can't slip the tackle. Last tackle for Manly now. Menzies moves into dummy half. Field. He's got space in front of him. His kick's charged down. Manly will come up with it. Balmain have picked it up. Back to one. So Balmain have to defend 6 more tackles as Gartner plays it. Field. This is Tierney. Desperate defence for Balmain. Can he get the ball down? Try to Manly. Jim Sedaris has gone across from dummy half. He's so dangerous in that area. And the Leichhardt crowd can't believe it. The Balmain defence getting in each other's way there. Hanley underneath.
Well, I think that really goes back by the indiscretion from the winger and kicking on tackle 1 and allowing Manly into this position. Jim Sedaris taking the opportunity close to the line. He did get it down. That is a fair try. Manly have struck back.
Jim Sedaris.
Just going back to that incident with the winger, I think when Manly kicked downfield, he got muddled up with the rules. He thought maybe if the ball went over the sideline, his side would lose the feed. He didn't realise where he was. He stuck out a ham. He was stumbling close to the try line, to the touch line, so he decided to kick.